and doing what they want. So we must hold them accountable. We must have a voice to be vigilant, and we must make sure that we identify leaders and not necessarily politicians to lead us both in the political arena and also in these other forms of leadership to move us forward.
Rosa, where does she stand?
Yes, I like your question, but you didn't tell us your name. But your question is basically, where is the place of the young woman in this society? Your answer lies in Article 27 of the new Constitution, where it says that for any elective position or any position, you will not have more than 2/3 of either gender, not more than 2/3 of either gender occupying space within that position. It does not state that the women there should be women over 50 or women over 60. So the responsibility lies with you. I wish you told me your name. The opportunity has been given to you in the Constitution, but the responsibility lies with you as a young woman. Come out and be seen. The laws say that, Thumwero manajok mantie. So if you are not there, Thum will not wero you. So get out and be counted. There is that opportunity that the Constitution gives you. And when the Constitution empowers the youth, you are part of the youth. The youth does not only mean young men. It also means young women of under 35. So my dear sister, take this opportunity. But the lesson that the older women like me can learn from that is that the young women are crying out aloud for mentorship. Because we hold these positions and we stick to them. I could go as old as 70, but I'm still running for a position, not having mentored any young woman. And what that does is it leaves a vacuum. So we have a learning from what your concerns are, but I'd also like to encourage you as an individual to take advantage of the opportunity that the Constitution gives you.
Okay, good. I'm going to get my last question in, and then I'm going to ask you all for final thoughts, okay? Your final thoughts. Last question, young man.
Yes. Owur Phillips Manasseh talking here. Me, I hate this thing we call politicians and politics. You know why? Their status quo is somehow at higher grade. You know them? When you meet them in this town, they are seemingly ignorant about us, the youth. I think the most threshold of this meeting is more so the youths. You know what? The youths, even if it is the Juakali sector, I think there is something needed to be done. If it is not upgrading their lives, then we must pinpoint these things as if we were talking about the women, the young ladies. If we don't be careful with these politicians, we will run a very big loss. And if they come back for the elections and the cards and the whatevers, let's deny them. Let's give them an weighing machine. You know what? These people have been eating us. Me, I've been working with this thing for over many years, but they're not even helping you. So the first and the last thing to be said here is, are they going to put us, or are they going to teach us something good so that it can help us in the next future?
Good point, young man, good point. Final thoughts. Jennifer Kere.
I think each one of us as a Kisumu County person has a personal responsibility to move a step forward. And look at your strengths, look at the opportunities around you. The Constitution is massive and it has a lot of opportunities. Look at what you have in you and look at who you can approach and who you can network with to build your capacity so that we do not rely on other people for moving forward in our lives.
Good. Mohammed Aslam Khan.
I am before you, the crowd here and the masses today, is that I don't want to be a politician, but I want to be a leader. Let us differentiate between the leadership and the politician issue. I want to be a leader, but not a politician. That is one. Two, I want to make sure that if you take me in as a member of parliament for Kisumu Central, I am going to create employment, make sure that you are self-sufficient. I am going to look into the ways how I am going to empower the youth, including the ladies, and make sure that we coexist, since Kisumu is a cosmopolitan town. But the final word I would like to tell you, please, is Terauru Gowi.
Meaning? Rosa Buyu.
I don't like what he said, because take me on credit means that we are still going back to Gonya. Gonya is to release, give money. So when you're pleading that take me on credit, it means I don't have the money now, but when I do get it, I will give you.
No. I think you're getting me wrong. What I'm trying to say,
She has a point there, Mohammed.
Yeah, no, what I'm trying to say is take me on credit so that I can pay back by development.
Okay, just, what I'd like to say is I'm so happy about this awakening in Kisumu County. For a long time in Nyanza province, we have not been talking about youth. We've been talking about you, they. And what you, they actually means, they were the guys who were running battles, our security for politicians, the guys who were booing, the guys who were doing what. So they lent themselves to a lot of abuse from the politicians. But now, we do not have you, they anymore. We have youth. And it's up to the youth to actually put us politicians to task and only elect those politicians who will be accountable to you. Thank you.
Good point. Mheshimiwa, you get the last word.
The last word. Firstly, youth and women and everybody else. I have given you an example. One cannot give somebody a job. One must create their own requirement to get that job. Yes? There are many here who have done their best, and I can point some of them here, who have been successes in their small way. A leader, before he's a leader, must be a success in his own life. If a leader in his own life is not a success with his life, then he cannot be a success as a leader or a politician. I want to tell you one thing about what he has said. He's absolutely right. You have made us like kings. Mfalme. Mheshimiwa usisimame laini, wewe ni mtu kubwa. Usifanye hiyo, wewe ni mtu kubwa. Because when we think we are now big, wenasema sasa huyu, unaona huyu, mshenzi huyu. Membe pembe. I have something, and many of the elders will know my late father, but he taught us one thing. I was sent to see Ben-Hur. And I said, and he told me, what have you learned? I said, look, I saw these people coming. No, go and see it again. The long story is this. In Ben-Hur, when Caesar is coming into, if you remember it, he's coming in. Behind him is a slave. Yeah. And in the slave is holding this thing. And he's telling the Ben-Hur, Caesar, remember, you are but just a man. And I challenge you to ask all of my people, including my driver, including my cleaner, including everybody. I have told them, when you think I'm becoming arrogant, remind me. Yeah? Sasa mzee, hiyo meenda zaidi. So, we are human beings. Yeah. And politicians are politicians. That's just, we are all politicians. That's the way you also are a politician. The situation is, tutafanya nini? Where have we gone? What is our track record? I can only say one thing. I will try my best. I have been I think I'm a servant leader, but your decision will be there. I will want to do, I was here before, even without this. If you want me to go and clean the toilets, we are ready. Only thing is, let us be on a level playing field. And 2012, the biggest fight we have right now is Parliament. If the finance management bill is not proved, we are going back to Majimbo at 63. And that also, one other thing, I have heard many people saying they should be the governor. And when I become the governor first, tutanunua helicopter, tutajenga hiyo. No, Jamani, we don't need governors with helicopters and big houses. We want governors who can walk the street. Like I walk the street, I challenge you, when I was the mayor, I was walking the street. I was on border. I was there, you can see me. Even as an MP, I'm much. So what we need is people who can go on the street. Aslam is right, he is a street man. And
also at the end of the day, at least you all showed up. You know, we had Olago Aloch who didn't come.
Well, he went
we had the mayor of Kisumu who didn't come. You know, we asked them to come, but maybe they're scared of these people. They're afraid that these people will challenge them.
They can't face the nation.
But at least you showed up.
I came all the way from Nairobi. I was
Thank you. At least you showed up, and you showed up. Please join me in thanking my guest from left, Jennifer Kere. Right next to Mohammed Aslam Khan, Rosa Boyu, and Mheshimiwa Shakil Shabir. Thank you all very much. This is what it's all about, folks. If you don't question your leaders, you're going to get what you deserve. But at least they're here to listen to you. Make the decision, folks. It's up to you. and it's up to you. Thanks for watching Face the Nation. The station continues to give you the best around the country. This is what we mean when we talk about the future. Folks like this questioning their leaders as we go forward, facing the nation. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Thank you.
I heard about Face the Nation before coming here, and I was concerned about the issue of provision of water in this city because we are sitting the second largest freshwater lake in the world, yet we are not having water in our taps. So I've learned a lot. People are feeling the same issues that I was having in my heart.
Politics should be a game like they play it up there. But us as normal residents, we should know that is just that. And we have our life to lead. We have our children and family to take care of, and we strive towards that. We have jobs to make, we have schools to build. The moment we have that idea, and we are set outside politics.
We had several opportunities in this country, in this town. Here is where we have a lake. We don't have lake in the fish industry in Kisumu. You find some of them you can find in other towns, but not in Kisumu. Now look at this. If you don't have plans to bring more industries to create jobs for the youths, and then you tell us that you have plans to bring more electrical bicycle, I don't know what. Surely, you are still telling us that we continue suffering until we die.
I saw an honorable member of parliament emphasizing on the border industry, and we did not elect these members of parliament on the border issue. Youth fought, and they really fought having hopes that once they have formed the government in which we are, then they will be able to have employment opportunities. Employment opportunities are gained by having industries.
What we need is someone who can come there and tell us, okay, youth, because there are hundreds of us there, and tell us, okay, this is what we want you to do. We want you to go there and talk to these people and tell them to do this for us. That is our issue, because we are seeing so much suffering that if we don't get help right now, we'll start robbing from the police themselves. But what we need now is a straight help. We need someone to help us, not just do this, we have this, we do this, you know. We don't need roads, we don't need roads, we don't need what? We need to survive, because we cannot, yes, we can see the roads. We have beautiful roads there, we can see them, but we can't hit them, can we?